angels gonna gather round. They're never gonna let you in. A man of power, a man of faith. How can that be when you're so full of hate? Stuck in tomorrow, yeah, you're never living for the day. Some kind of nervous say that you know the better way. When you're standing at the gate, cry mercy for your sin. All the angels gonna gather round. Hey, never gonna let you in. You got a shotgun. Yeah, when you're standing at the gate, cry mercy for your sin. All the angels gonna gather round. Hey, never gonna let you in. When you're standing at the gate, they're never gonna let you in. You got a shotgun.
Welcome, and that was kick-ass. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
To the store. Yeah, man. It's funny how we got this going and to the point where you guys were coming out and playing here. Because I hit you up and I recognized your guitar. And I was
Right.
like, dude, I think that's my old guitar.
Yeah,
So,
we bonded over an SG.
yeah, man.
Yeah, that was
that's-
my guitar.
That's awesome.
Why don't you come and do a session? I was like, all right.
Exactly, exactly. So, yeah, thanks again for coming out. And yeah, you guys sounded great. If you want to tell us and all of our listeners a little bit about the band, when you guys got started.
Well, the Steepwater Band, Joe and I started the band in 1998, believe
Wow.
it or not. Been at it a long time.
Nice.
Got a bunch of records out, been touring all over the world. Play probably, 100-something gigs a year, sometimes more. Eric Saylor's joined the band in 2012 on guitar, and Joe Bishop joined the band 2018.
That's awesome.
And me and Joe have been there from the start, but they've been doing it just as long as we have. And
Totally.
other incarnations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, things are good. We tour all the time. We put out records pretty often and stay busy, and yeah, I'm still doing it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If you guys want to share like some of your favorite gear that you've had or used currently or have used over the years.
Oh, well, for me, I mean, I've always been a Les Paul guy. I have an old 59 Junior at home, and I have the SG Junior he's in the video one we were talking about, and then
It's awesome.
and then we like newer gear too. Like Eric and I both play these Taya guitars that our friend
Were those
Taya
the metal
designed.
looking ones
Yeah.
that you guys are rocking? Oh,
Yeah.
those are sick.
So those are really, we use those a lot.
That's awesome.
Probably the most versatile guitar I own.
Yeah.
They
as
kind
far
of
as
got
the
like a
different
Zemaitis look to it.
Well, I think Taya and Zemaitis kind of had a connection at some
Oh.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Early
Taya
on.
might have.
They work together.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
They look the same, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
They sound great.
And then same with Joe. He likes. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's old or new as long as it sounds good. But you got your 72P bass.
72P bass there.
Solid.
Playing the 72P bass there pretty much every gig. So
Yeah.
And then Joe's
That's
using your
awesome.
house drums today, but he's a sonar guy for the most part. But
Yeah, pretty much. But as long as it's good backline, I'm ready to play. You know.
watching the grind. You were pleased, I believe it. Let the rain dance world. Groove under the sky, little rain won't hurt. You might think I'm out of my mind. He don't work, pay the lot no mind. I'm just out here keeping that way, looking for something to show us the way. Gonna fight the deceiver, gonna catch him in a lie. Gonna keep on the fight till the day I die. Yeah, I wonder, have you seen her? She's the one that we know. Keep me on the straight and narrow and steal my soul. You might think I'm out of my mind. He don't work, pay the lot no mind. I'm just out here keeping that way, looking for something to show us the way. You might think I'm out of my mind. He don't work, pay the lot no mind. I'm just out here keeping that way, looking for something to show us the way. You were pleased, I believe it. Please, 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 I believe it.
How
Yeah.
is touring and outside of the States? Is it? I'm sure it's very different, like the crowds.
It's different and it's the same at the same time.
Okay,
You know, and
yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, we went 3 times this year. We were all over the place. It's like anywhere else. I mean, we do very well over there, so the people are excited. We usually only go over there when we put a record out.
Sure.
And people
Yeah.
are excited, and the rooms are usually full. And it's like anywhere else. Some towns are a little more vocal and like this, and other
Yeah,
towns
yeah.
it might be a seated theater.
You get the
type
unison
place.
jumpers
Yeah, yeah.
going.
Spain, we get crowd surfers.
Oh man.
Yeah,
great.
occasionally, yeah.
That's a little silly. Like any band, you gotta kind of go where they want to hear you, I guess. And
100%, yeah.
I mean, any band in the history of music has had its hot and cold places, I think. Like whether that's stateside in different parts of the world. Some bands are huge in South America. The age-old joke is bands that are big in Japan. Although I would love to go to Japan. We just haven't gone there. But we actually have a tribute band in Japan called The Takers that play only Steepwater songs. And they're on YouTube. They play gigs.
Wow.
And they're great. And they get the tones and they get the
And they play the old songs
right.
that I forgot how to play. Like they play the solos note for note, some that I
That's
forgot.
incredible.
Kind of like, oh, I better learn that.
I mean, that's like the highest form of flattery. Having
it is.
you know what I mean?
It really is.
That's great.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to go to Japan really bad. So if anybody out there is listening, bring us to Japan. Any promoters?
And if they open for us, we'll have to like compare sets. Or maybe we can open for them.
Yeah.
Saw a phantom on the road, and a ghost behind the wheel. This old ride is moving slow. Hard to tell sometimes what's real. And my head was in a haze. I was feeling like the pain, but there's no need to be afraid. I heard the hunter's lost his way. If I feel you coming down, he'll make a sign. Still try to keep me around, but my feet stay on the ground. Ready on my sunny day, got to shine my light around. If we go and lose the way, well I know we will be fine. There's a time and place to be, even down inside a tree. The place to flow so frantically, that ain't no way to clearly see. Coming down, you don't make a sound. Still you try to keep me around, but my feet stay on the ground. Waiting on my sunny day, got to shine my light around. If we go and lose the way, well I know we will be fine. Just a song, got a need to carry on. I can feel it in the sound. We get lost, we will be found. We get lost, we will be found. We get lost, we will be found. We will be found.
Any advice for younger bands getting out there that want to do the rock and roll thing that you guys are doing? What would you suggest?
Well, there is some out there doing it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even keep track. There's a lot of good bands. Do the music that you want to do.
Right on.
You know, and everything. If you're lucky enough to find like-minded people, which is the hard part, just do what you want to do, what you feel in your heart to play. Because if you try to go about it any other way, you're just gonna be disappointed.
Totally.
With yourself in the end, you know what I mean? You got to stick to the music you believe in, and
yeah, I think the fans are disappointed too, because it's like the real fans, you can't fake it. They know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know if you're trying to do it for other reasons, but
sure.
Yeah, just keep at it. I mean, I'm a little naive about how to get how to go about getting gigs when you're just starting out now, as opposed to when we did it. I don't know how much that has changed.
How did you guys do it?
We would play. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, at very first, we moved into a house together and just kind of shared a house and just would pretty much book ourselves anywhere for any amount of money, wherever we could play, just to keep the lights on in the house.
Yeah.
We'd also go to a lot of open mic nights and jam nights and just get up as a band and try to turn the club owner on to where they would have us, come back and play a gig.
Totally.
But a lot of parents will ask me about, like, how does my kid's band get gigs? Like Jeff said, I almost don't know how to, like, what to even tell them either at this point, because it's just different these days. I think if there's one thing that younger people have to their advantage is that they know technology and understand, like, Instagram and content and YouTube and all of that stuff. And we didn't have, none of that was going on when we first started.
Play.
Yeah. And had we had that, I mean, I think you can try to get viewers and people that, like, discover what you're doing.
Yeah.
And in some ways, you could almost have, like, a fan base before you even leave the house if you could find the audience. But even that's got to be really competitive. But
yeah, there's a lot of noise out there.
Yeah,
it's hard to cut through,
For sure.
So, but you guys have, so obviously good action.
Right on.
Yeah.
Salvation.